Hey guys, we're down at the Maricopa Board of Supervisors at 205 West Jefferson Street here. Got the Board of Supervisors meeting occurring this morning. A bunch of us are showing up and going to let our voices be heard. Pretty decent crowd. Bunch of people have already funneled in, and there's a decent line to get in still.
Good morning, here.
Supervisor Gates.
Here.
Supervisor Gallardo is running a few minutes late. He will join us shortly, and Chairman Sellers.
Present.
Thank you.
Is that you? That is the address area. That is not a...
Jack Sellers just made a comment that he's going to cut off public comments at the beginning of the meeting, which is actually against their policy, which their policy is you can submit public comment until the agenda items are called.
And if this outreach had captured an additional 66...
Easy GOP, yet not be a precinct committeeman or a state committeeman. And so I'm wondering how that works. Additionally, we received a letter on a resignation that we put in, and I'll talk about it a little bit more under the other public comment. It just seems that there's a lot of things that are being added that we are not being made aware of, so I just wanted to make you aware of that.
Circus, guys. That's why I always call this place. So anyway, one of you guys is not running for re-election, from what I've heard. Understand that when we're up here criticizing you guys, and believe me, ask Leslie or Veronica, I do this all the time to the Republican Party. There's a reason I'm not a PC. You guys pretty much have all the power now. You guys are just voting on things. You guys don't read the fine print on anything. And Veronica couldn't have said it any better. You guys are actually contributing to the downfall of our state. I'm from Illinois. I see everything you guys are doing is no different than what I've seen in Illinois 26 years of my life. You guys are just like Springfield, Illinois Democrats, spending, not reading the fine print on anything, violating people's rights. You know, this whole 2 minutes thing is a joke when you guys can have your dog and pony show up here, and then, you know, weaponizing the, you know, municipalities against the people. It's ridiculous. And, you know, another thing is with the elections, guys, elections aren't real, all right? We can obviously see that. You know, we had 2+ years to get 2289 done, and nobody got it done. Nobody wanted to help us with 2289. I was part of that grassroots. And another, you know, the problem is, you know, everybody comes up here and they complain about the stolen elections. Do something about it. And I'm calling on the PCs and the LDs in here, do something about it. You know, you have literally District 1, District 2, District 3. Remove these people. Aren't they supposed to be showing up to LD meetings? So are they actually elected or are they appointed? Appointed, just like Gina Swoboda, who was illegally installed as the RNC chairwoman. And of course, Kelly Ward, once again, illegally got involved in an RNC chair race. It's ridiculous. All of you guys need to recuse yourselves from your positions immediately, because I'm telling you, you guys are exactly part of our problem. Believe me, Trump's not helping either, but something needs to change because we are not far off from losing this state. Thank you.
I'm going to talk this way because they're really not the elite, the sworn in oath people who serve us. So I'm going to address the people out here. What happens during, I'm going to talk about one thing, the webinar. As you can see, Thomas Galvin's not here. Now he's going to try and talk in a little bit here. We, the people, we're not allowed to come in, or we're not allowed to call in our comments from home. The American Disabilities Act of 1990 lets us know that you cannot discriminate against people's civil rights. So I don't know if you've noticed when you came in here, there's no parking for any handicap. There's no parking for disabled. There's no consideration for people who want to call in from home that can't make it here because maybe they're disabled, or maybe they're actually the working class. You guys are paid on our dime, and you call in from home, Mr. Galvin, and then you tell people that are paying your dime that they cannot speak during the webinar. That's total hypocrisy. So I just want to remind you of Arizona Article 2, Section 1, a frequent reoccurrence of the fundamental principles is essential to the security of individual rights and perpetuity of free government. Also, I'm going to mention in here the Maxims Law. Maxims Law actually is respected universally. It's the maxims are a proposition to be of men are confessed and granted without proof, argument, and discourse. Actually, they're recognized everywhere. So what do we have here is we have people who literally have usurped our state. They do not have oaths. Actually, I have their oaths here. I got to see what your middle name was there, Mr. Thomas Galvin. I know you're a junior also. I just want to remind you guys that we the people have the inherent power. If you don't like what you see here today, and if you work for the county, you should be waking up because they're taking away your rights too when they limit these things. So I just want to encourage you guys, remember, we the people hold the power. Don't let them fool you, and I'm really excited about what's ready to come up here. Thank you.
To disrupt the meeting will be removed. If it keeps up, I'll just adjourn the meeting. I'm ready. Let's go.
Don Adams.
Put the next.
Arizona Constitution, Article 2, Section 1. A frequent reoccurrence to the fundamental principles is essential to the security of individual rights and the perpetuity of free government. Just as we the people are called to obey God, not decorum, or your man-made rules that violate the law of the land. The very thing you supposedly sworn an oath to uphold. King James Version, Daniel 7:27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
Come on.
Whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him. When you took an oath, you create a contract with the people. That is us, up here. You then become we the people's employee, thus the title public servant. Mm-hmm. We the people are the boss, you, your employer. Your employer. We the people are the managers of our country, state, county, state, and country. If you don't obey or uphold the business of your job description, which is to uphold the Constitution, then you are in treason of your oath to defend and support the Constitution. The webinar needs to be accessible to all of we the people during the call to the public. Thank you.
Only makes matters worse. We must all humble ourselves and resolve to rightfully understand everyone's rights in the context of this meeting, and the meeting rules must follow accordingly because this meeting belongs to both of us on both sides of the dais. So with all of those things in mind, Marbury versus Madison, Arizona Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, Arizona Constitution, Article 2, Section 2, we're just, reinstating the that we are
giving
notice, please, to correct this action and give us our time. We want to webinar access. Thank you.
Yes.
A little bit about the open meeting law rules and
Marbury versus Madison overrides any of your decorum or your made-up rules.
this meeting is now adjourned.
My name is Michelle Klon. I go by Mickey. I'm here coming to you from Maricopa County, Arizona. Today what we were going to do is we were going to serve every one of these usurpers, these people that call themselves elected officials. They are not our elected officials. They've never signed an oath of office. They've never signed a bond to we the people. They had a fake, phony, false election. They are working for a foreign corporation, which means they are null and void. They do not serve us, and they are not our public officials. We as the body sovereign, it is our direct duty, and we didn't know our duty before, but we do now, to serve these individuals with a personal liability and a notice of opportunity to cure. We brought this paperwork to them today, and they've now adjourned the meeting, which means they've cut us off from freedom of speech and of serving them of their own personal liability. Each one of these members are currently usurping government, which is a direct violation. So we're serving them with a $1.75 million fine per signature. We had 12 signatures, which means each individual person is personally liable for over $21 million just from this paperwork. And guess what? We the people as body Military Sovereign, we're really good at gathering signatures, so I'm sure we could go gather another 30,000 if they'd like. Once they go into default and they don't respond to our opportunity to cure, which is to resign within minutes, they need to resign within 3 days. If they don't resign within 3 days, they will be personally served with a writ of quo warranto and an opportunity, again, to rebut any one of our claims, which I'm making right now. None of them have signed an oath of office. None of them are bonded to we the people. All of them are foreign invaders acting as government. They are not our government. Therefore, we will be serving them a writ of quo warranto with a waiver of tort, and if they still do not rebut, we'll be notifying the military, and they can be hauled off, to a military tribunal, and I think we all know the penalty for treason.
This is my right to We're going to continue this meeting. We're going to go ahead and vote in some volunteers to position themselves to the Board of Supervisors of Maricopa County, Arizona. This here is an insurrection. We are not
This is our house. You've already done your job of protecting the cowards. Get behind it.
That's crazy.
What
crime did I commit? You can have trespass. What crime did I commit? You might want to let me know what the trespass laws are.
All right, folks. We're clearing the room. Everybody out. Meeting's over.
I can't believe they walked out.
Time to head out.
They might let me know the trespass laws. I have to commit a crime.
Supervisor.
Time to go.
John Adams.
This is our building.
Do we have anyone who would like to volunteer to be clerk of the board?
Our taxpayer money pays for this. You got body cam on?
Yep, I got it on.
Activated?
This is our public building.
Meeting walk away from your meeting. We're now adjourned. Are there supposed to?
I wasn't done yet, babe. Thank you.
If the public meeting, sheriff's going to fast week. Because you call the meeting doesn't mean that.
I know, and you guys are in a rock and a hard place, and it's not your fault because you have security services here.
So where is that policy?
I asked for you to come in here.
Yes, we have.
They're knocking on the door. I asked the gentleman to come in here because what is happening is I wanted to say something to you because I hadn't been able to say my side of the story from the 2020 election. So I had public comment. I was on the list for public comment, and I haven't been able to give my testimony for what I saw actually at the 2020 election when I went to the election house.
They wouldn't need all this. There wouldn't be all this guys.
No, it wouldn't be.
Works for these guys. You know what they stand for. If they were doing what the people wanted, what God wanted, what this country needs and the state needs, you guys would be totally unnecessary because they would still be up there and they would be doing their job for the people and for God, for the state.
It's time to leave the auditorium, please. And by the way, this is Maricopa County.
Man, sold your soul to the devil by working for these fools.
I know.
Find another job, fellas. Why would you?
How do you sleep at night? That's how I don't know.
Find another job.
Guys, I need the mic.
I'm not ignoring you, man. I'm on the radio.
You guys, let's go over to the 7th floor across the street and let's go serve.
Hey, Bill.
Usurpers.
That's another building. We the people didn't get to sit. Why? I'm not sure. This is what we want. I'm not why we're here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Who's running from us?
Hey, babe.
I have official affidavit to submit to the sheriff.
She's ready to serve him, so you just got to go with Leslie.
Our headquarters here? Oh, I do. Right where I'm parked.
Yeah, we can't get in that building either. It's locked.
What's he scared? Is he scared that I didn't take an oath, that his oath isn't actually valid, and that he's not bonded?
I couldn't answer your question, but you can head over to headquarters and request.
Can't get in.
And
But
the doors are shut. Go in your office. The people can't get into my sheriff's office. I want to talk to the sheriff. That's some bullshit. If you're going to run the country first, you would not be like that, right?
Have you tried calling?
Oh, we called, we emailed. Gotcha. By the way, when you call to the administrative office, all it is a circle of voicemails. You never get a live person when you call the administrative office. Ever. The only place you can call is dispatch. Not obviously dispatch, obviously. Right. Yeah. So there's no transparency. They're hiding behind walls. Remember, all you guys took notes. This is coming down to the fact that our Constitution and our country was usurped. These guys sitting up here are usurpers.
it's none of our faults.
They're felons.
We're trying to fix our grandparents and everybody else's mistakes from all the years that they just compiled to go along.
Yeah, I got one.
Where's my phone?
I have it right here.
Hello, my name is Michelle Klon, and I'm here today to put you on public notice. And I'm here to inform you that you are not our elected officials. None of you have ever signed an oath of office to the Republic of Arizona. Instead, you've signed an oath of office to a foreign corporation, which means this is an act of insurrection. You do not have a proper bond carrying surety for our actions for we the people. Due to the voter fraud, you've never been formally voted in. Acting as if you are authority over the people is a direct act of treason. Today, the body sovereign and are presenting with you each a notice of liability and an opportunity to cure. The fine is $1.7 million per claim, and there are 12 signatures, which means you are each personally liable for over $21 million. If you do not resign within 3 days, you will be presented with a writ of quo warranto and a waiver of tort. If you do not rebut these truths, you will remain in office. We will be notifying the military, and your act of treason will be grounds for an immediate military tribunal. We do not need to tell you the penalties for treason. We, the body sovereign, hereby command you to resign within 3 days or else face the consequence. I am also here today to hand you this jump drive, which contains a 5,000-page document notifying you of all the dangers of the COVID vaccine and the poison in the water, to name a few. These are high crimes and acts against humanity. If you cover up high crimes, you'll be held guilty of committing acts of humanity yourselves. Therefore, I hereby command you to send a public broadcast to every single resident in Maricopa County, notifying them of these dangers. And within the next 3 days, if you do not do this, you will be in direct violation of your supposed duty, making you even more accountable for your actions. Notice to agent is notice to principal. Each and every one of you have been served. Thank you very much.